Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is day 5 of 5, kind of 2 weeks in a row now. I've done kind of a progression from week 1 to week 2. Good news is next week I'm going to be doing some more difficult stuff. So this may well not be set for you, so you get a week off from Mr. Birch's basics. Don't all celebrate at once. Bad news is some other people are going to have to be doing my maths videos. Hurrah. Right. Thank you to one or two of you have emailed me or sent me how you've been doing. So lots of 10 out of 10s, which is absolutely fantastic. So well done. You'll see if you stick with this over the 5 days, even if it's only one method that you improve at, it's still an improvement, which is fantastic. 10 questions are coming up. Best of luck. Okay, welcome back. I hope that went well. Obviously, in my haste to get started with this video, I didn't show you my Reeboks. Real kind of classic white on white pair today. You need to be really careful when you wear these, because obviously they get dirty really easily. So, not very impressive, got to say. Quite underwhelmed myself with that pair. Right, without further ado, Poppy's here as well. She's going to do some maths. So question 1, calculate 25% of £36. Okay, there's my £36. This is a rubbish pen. I should really check, shouldn't I? £36, 25% is a quarter. Okay, so you can half it and half it again. So half of 36 is 18 and half of 18 is 9. Okay, so £9. So if you check that, 9, 18, 27, 36. Okay, so the answer is £9. Where's my wiper? No. Here it is, it's in my hand. That was an old one. Right, next up, round 40,549, 40,549. Also want to the nearest hundred. So there's my hundreds. So is 549 closer to 500 or 600? Okay, that's one way you could do it. That's the question you need to ask yourself. Remember, always try and ask yourself the right questions. Or the hundreds are followed by my tens. The tens are 4. Okay, remember, if it's 4 below, this stays the same. If this was a 5 or higher, that would round up. So your answer is 40,500. 2 ways of doing the same question. Number 3, round 0.0728 to 1 decimal place. Okay, so there's 1 decimal place. It's followed by a 7. So just like before, the rules are the same. 7 rounds this up. 0.1. Okay, because it's closer to 1,000. Okay, so that it rounds that up. Closer to 1,000 it is the other. Right, where are we? Number 4, work out 3. They put the multiply in there 3 times 8 minus 2. So 3 times 8 is 24. And then minus 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. 24 minus 6 is 18. Okay. Now, there's another way you could have done that. The proper way, I suppose, really, would be do the 8 minus 2 first. So 8 minus 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, so 2 ways of doing that. You expand the bracket, or you can do inside the bracket first. Which 2 square numbers have a sum of 34? So, let's list our square numbers. So our square numbers are 1, 4, 9, 25. What we've got now, do that one. 3 times 2, 4 times 4, 16, 25, 36, 49. I can stop there because it's only a sum of, what's the sum? Of 34. So which 2 numbers add up to 34? So a bit of trial and error here. 16 and no, there we go. It's going to be 25 and 9, isn't it? So your answers are 9 and 25. Okay. You notice I've not gone into a long whole description about what square numbers are. You should know what they are by now. And if you didn't, when you read that question, which two square numbers or what square numbers? Okay. Think about what you do know, then apply it to the question. Work out 28 times 70. So 28 times 70. Now, I mean, you could attempt that in your head by doing 28 times 10, which is 280, and then doing 280 times 7. So 200 times 7 is 1400, and 80 times 7 is 560. So you're going to get 1960. Okay. Now that relies on you being kind of, pretty funky, good at maths in your head. So if that fails, don't worry, because we can always revert back to our good old tried and tested, and this is how I'd recommend you do it: 28 times 70. Okay, so here we go. Make sure my boxes, I go through the corners. Okay, so 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 0 is 0. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 0 is root 0. Remember, 8 times 7, 10 units. So in this channel here, I've got nothing. Channel here, I've got 6. 4 add 5 is 9. And I've got a 1. 1960. Okay, good stuff. Speeding through this now. What's next? Number 7. Simplify the ratio 40 to 55. 40 to 55. So straight away, I can see that 5 goes into both of those. So how many 5s go into 40? 8. How many 5s go into 55? 11. Okay, I've divided both by 5. Okay, so remember, simplify means present it in its simplest form. 8 and 11, I can't get any smaller than that. What will be the time? 55 minutes after 9:35. So it's 9:35, and I need to add 55 minutes. Okay, so I could do this one of two ways. If you do your 9, add your 55, that's 9:55, and then you can add your 35. Okay, and then add your 5, then add your 30. Could do add the 5 here to get 9:40, then add 50 minutes onto that. Okay, a whole host of ways, but always get to the hour first. So I can add 25 minutes. I know I need to add 25 minutes to get to 10, don't I? So if I add 25 minutes, okay, that leaves 30 minutes. Okay, so it's going to be 10:30. Okay, I kind of touched on about 3 different ways of doing that, but basically, you could have done 9:55. Okay, then added this 5 to get to 10, then added the 30. Lots of common sense ways of doing that. Okay, in the end, I reverted back to the method I've been telling you to use all week. I went from, what did I go from? What's the time? What's the question? I went from 9:35, and I had to add 55. So I got to 10 o'clock, adding 25 minutes of the 55, which meant I had to then add 30 onto that, 10:30. Work out 2.4 times 1,000. So if this was 2 times 1,000, it would be 2,000. But it's 2.4, so it's going to be 2,400. No maths involved, just common sense. Okay. Make it about what you do know. I do know that 2 times 1,000 is 2,000, which means 2.4 is going to be 2,400. The other way you could have done it, you've got 2.4. There's 3 zeros, so I move the decimal point 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 2,400. Okay, same way. Same answer, slightly different way. Last one, simplify 2x minus 5y. You like that, Poppy? She's moaning and groaning, probably like you lot. Oh, Mr. Birch's maths. 2x minus 5y, add x minus y. So, simplify means you collect the like terms. So ask yourself the right questions. How many different terms have I got? I've got 2 different terms. I've got x's and I've got y's. Okay? Always go with the sign to the left. Okay? And if there isn't a sign, it's a positive. So let's collect the x's. 2x add x is 3x. negative 5y minus y. Okay, so I always say to students, if you find kind of that a little bit tricky, then write it down. Minus 5 minus y. Okay, and that's 1y. So what's minus 5? Take away 1. So at minus 5, you take away 1. You're going to go back, aren't you? Take away means to move down the number line. You're going to get to minus 6. So it's minus 6y. Right, there we have it. Some of you won't see me next week. Don't all celebrate at once. If you do fancy giving the more difficult ones a go, you know, it may not be set for you, but they will be on my channel. So if you just fancy logging on, let's say you've done all your work and you're just chomping at a bit to do a bit more, hoorah. So by all means, just because I haven't set it for you or I haven't set it on behalf of one of your teachers, doesn't mean that you can't do it. Okay? Enjoy your Friday. I think she's singing. She gets her singing voice from me. Terrible. So enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and I might see some of you on Monday. Have a good one.